Public-private partnerships. How can PPPs deliver better services?
Hello, and thank you for your interest in public-private partnerships. I know that the use of public-private partnerships has grown over the last 20 years, in particular in infrastructure. We at the World Bank Group have done a lot in this space. And Lawrence, you are leading for us the PPP area across the World Bank Group. Can you please tell me more about them?
Thank you, Nana. Well, PPPs aren't a new concept, but they're certainly a lot more prevalent now than they used to be. So undertaking PPPs are a way to do things differently. Traditionally, governments may have delivered services themselves with their own staff and undertaken all the investment themselves. However, with a PPP, a government may partner with a private company that will share some of the risks and be compensated according to their performance. If they don't perform well, if they don't deliver good services, they don't get paid. There are some great examples of how PPPs have made a big difference for governments and consumers and have been successful for investors and financiers too. In Korea, 650 PPPs have been undertaken worth nearly $90 billion in sectors such as roads, ports, water, railways, and even in education and cultural facilities. And those services are being delivered much more efficiently now than they used to be. Korea has just celebrated 20 years of one of the first laws in the world for PPPs. In South Africa, over the last 2 or 3 years, the government has put in place a huge program of clean energy projects, where over 60 projects have been approved worth nearly $14 billion. And the first projects are already up and running, delivering clean energy to consumers. And the competitive process of putting that program in place drove down the prices of solar projects by nearly 70% and wind projects by around 40%. Extraordinarily successful, very quick, and a good deal for consumers. In Colombia, to take another example, a program has been put in place over the last 2 to 3 years of over 5,000 kilometers of roads under a PPP concession structure. But PPPs aren't just for big pieces of infrastructure. In Benin, 10 small towns and villages have had PPP contracts put in place in the last year for water supply. Small local firms have signed PPP contracts to deliver water and expand service to nearly 50,000 more people, many of them women who are currently carrying heavy loads of water to their houses every day.
Thank you, Lawrence. It is great to hear that growth continues and that under the right circumstances, PPPs, well structured, have been able to contribute to further growth and improvement of quality of service. But skeptics point to high-profile PPP failures and circumstances where PPPs were not able to deliver up to expectations. Developing and implementing successful PPPs requires strong long-term commitment by both the private and public sector partners, careful risk analysis and preparation, as well as clear responsibilities of both parties.
There certainly have been some high-profile failures with PPPs, and we need to learn from the failures as well as the successes. We hope through this course to give a good appreciation of the full life cycle of PPPs and the challenges and issues around PPPs, right through from project conception, through project design, through to implementation.
I hope that you will enjoy the course and find the videos, case studies, and online discussions both interesting and informative as we explore how to deliver better services to all.
Good luck.
This has been an Open Learning Campus presentation brought to you by the World Bank Group, accelerating solutions through learning.